Chapter 4 Sri Dattavatar. Namdharak asked Siddha Yogi how the three great gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, were born as a single manifestation, as Datta. His heart was yearning to know the whole Guru Charitra from its very beginnings and origin. Siddha Yogi began describing the origin of creation. In the timeless beginning, there was no earth, no sky, no planet, no universe, no being. It was all an infinite expanse on water. On it was resting Lord Narayana. Actually, that primal water itself was God. Out of that water was born the Hiranyagarbha. Out of the Hiranyagarbha emerged the Brahmanda. Brahmanda split into two and became sky, and the other became earth. Lord then created four-faced Brahma and entrusted him with the task of creating both animate and inanimate beings. Brahma, out of his manas, created the seven sages. They were known as Manasaputras. Atri Rishi was one of the seven sons of Brahma. Atri practiced severe penance for countless number of years and attained Brahma Jnana. Later, at the instance of Brahma, he married Anasuya, the daughter of Kardama Prajapati. Anasuya was the embodiment of perfection and was entirely blemishless, as the name itself indicates. She had no malice against anyone and had overwhelming and motherly love for all the beings. She was an embodiment of chastity, who had worshipped her husband alone as God. She is reckoned as the foremost among the Pativratas. Her fame and glory spread far and wide, all over the three worlds. Indra, the Lord of Heaven, felt all his power waning out into insignificance like that of oil lamp before dazzling and splendorous shine of the rising glory and powers of Anasuya, and was afraid of losing his supremacy. He approached the three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, and entreated them to arrest the ever-increasing powers and glory of Anasuya by somehow casting a blemish on her chastity. He said Anasuya's name and fame had already been outshining and eclipsing that of the three divine consorts, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati, who were till then ranked the foremost among the women in the world. The gods wanted to put Anasuya's purity and power to test. They transformed themselves into medicines and approached the hermitage of Atri Maharshi. They begged for alms. At that time, Atri Rishi had gone to offer his daily obligations. Anasuya came out and welcomed them and extended hospitality to them. They made a strange request that the food be prepared and served to them by Anasuya without wearing any garment. Anasuya, though perplexed at such a strange, embarrassing, and impossible condition, however, thought for a while as to what should she do. Atithis cannot be turned away under any circumstances. Atithi are aspect of God himself, she thought. But yes, it flashed in her mind. Only if the guests were her babies and she was their mother, she could feed them without donning any garment, she concluded. The thoughts of a pure and chaste mind instantly became a reality. The elderly guests turned into babies. She fed them with all the motherly solitude and love, sang lullabies for them, and put them to sleep in a cradle. When Atri Rishi returned home, to his amazement, he found Anasuya fondling three babies and singing to them lullabies on Upanishadic truths. Anasuya rose and offered the children at the feet of the husband and said, "These children are the gift of God to us." Atri Rishi was overwhelmed with joy. Atri Rishi, through his Divya Drishti, realized who the children really were. He prayed to them, "O Supreme Gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, it is an inscrutable divine Leela. You infinite beings, you chose to become babies in our humble home, as to delight us to who have been childless and have praying to in our hearts to bestow on us a child. How blessed are we to fondle you." Tears of joy started welling out of the sage's eyes, bathing the babies, so to say. The babies now assumed their real forms and made their appearance before the couple. The Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, they said, "We are pleased with you both. You ask for whatever boons you wish." The couple prayed, "Let the joy you gave us as babies in our home a little while ago become permanent and lasting reality. Make this humble cottage of ours your own home and give us the blessed opportunity to fondle you as our own." The god said, "Your wish will surely be fulfilled. It is also who have never known what a mother's and father's love is like, experience and enjoyed as children in your home. That is in truth what we have been seeking for and why we came here under the pretext of Bhiksha." To Anasuya, Brahma was born as Chandra, Vishnu as Datta, and Maheshwara as Durvasa. The children grew up under the fondling care of their parents. Atri Rishi performed their Upanayana Samskara. After this, Chandra sought the permission of his parents to take place in the skies to make it his abode. Durvasa sought permission of the parents to live home for pilgrimages and penance. Both of them merged their divine selves and power in their brother Datta before the departure from home. Thus, in Datta were merged all the divine aspects of the great Trinity, which became symbolized with his three faces and six hands, and because of which he came to be known as Dattatreya. The name also bears another meaning, the one who gifted himself as a son to Atri. Dattatreya from his very early years itself took to the task of redemption of the world as the supreme Guru and protector. He is a Purna Jnana avatar, incarnated to dispel darkness of ignorance in the world and to bestow spiritual knowledge and wisdom on all the aspirants. Thus ends the 4th chapter of Sri Guru Charitra, describing the glorious advent of Dattavatar on earth.